The genesis of the unbound deep beneath the barren Nevada desert, hidden from prying eyes and political scrutiny, lay a top-secret government facility known only as the Crucible. Inside its reinforced concrete walls, scientists, engineers, and military strategists had gathered for one singular purpose: to create a soldier who would redefine the limits of human ability. Dubbed Project Odyssey, this covert initiative was the brainchild of visionary minds determined to blend cutting-edge science with the raw power of human will. At the heart of the Crucible was Ethan Blackwell, a man chosen for his exceptional resilience and unwavering determination. Ethan's journey had begun long before his enrollment in the project. But here, beneath flickering fluorescent lights and amid the hum of advanced machinery, he was to be transformed into something altogether new. Dr. Ava Sinclair, the project's lead scientist, explained in hushed tones to her trusted team, "We're not just engineering a weapon. We're redefining what it means to be human. This is a leap into the unknown, a chance to defy the laws of nature itself." In a specially designed chamber, Ethan lay on a sleek metallic table, his body already marked by scars of past battles and the sacrifices of his former self. Around him, state-of-the-art machinery and rows of computer monitors began to flicker. With streams of data, tiny nanobots danced along his skin, weaving through his bloodstream as genetic algorithms and cybernetic codes intermingled to reprogram his very DNA. As the process reached its climax, a pulsating glow enveloped Ethan, symbolizing the birth of a new era, a man who would soon transcend the limitations of physics and rewrite the rules of warfare. Trials by fire. Following his transformation, Ethan's training regimen escalated into something akin to a relentless crucible. The sprawling training complex at the Crucible was equipped with simulation chambers that recreated the most hostile environments imaginable, from the zero-gravity conditions of outer space to the volatile terrains of alien worlds. Here, Ethan was subjected to trials designed not only to test his newly enhanced abilities, but also to forge his mind into a weapon as formidable as his body. Inside one of the simulation chambers, the air buzzed with energy and anticipation. Ethan found himself leaping across vast chasms in a zero-gravity environment, his movements defying the conventional laws of physics. He dodged streams of simulated laser fire with a fluidity that belied the immense power coursing through him. Each exercise was more than a physical challenge. It was a mental odyssey. The simulations forced him to make split-second decisions, to trust instincts that had been honed by both training and the mysterious quantum enhancements now integrated into his biology. In moments of quiet, after the storm of combat, Ethan would stare into the darkness of the simulation room, grappling with the dawning realization that his abilities came at a steep price. His mind raced with questions. Was the price of breaking natural laws worth the sacrifice of his ordinary humanity? Dr. Sinclair, monitoring his progress from a control room filled with blinking consoles, noted his internal struggle. "Every advancement has its cost," she remarked softly to a colleague. "But if we can master this power without losing ourselves, then we have a fighting chance to reshape the future of warfare." The first engagement, the fragile peace that Earth had long maintained with the cosmos, was shattered when an alien armada emerged from the dark recesses of the solar system. In the vast, silent void of space, an imminent threat loomed. A threat that required the full measure of Ethan Blackwell's extraordinary abilities. As Earth's military command scrambled to mount a defense, Ethan was deployed on what would become his first taste of real combat. The battle unfolded in a breathtaking, yet chaotic dance among the stars. Amidst the debris of shattered satellites and the swirling chaos of laser fire, Ethan transformed into an unpredictable force of nature. In a ballet of defiance, he manipulated gravitational fields with uncanny precision. In one breathtaking moment, he surged forward, warping space around him to hurl enemy fighters into oblivion. His movements were so swift and unexpected that even the most advanced enemy sensors struggled to track his position. Every maneuver he executed was a blend of instinct and calculation, a harmonious interplay of science and raw human courage. As explosions rocked the battlefield and fragments of alien technology floated in the void, Ethan's presence became a symbol of resistance. In the heart of battle, he intercepted a barrage of enemy fire, bending light and energy around him to create a near-invisible aura. The alien forces, once so confident in their own technological superiority, were forced to confront the reality of a new kind of warrior, one who broke every conventional rule of war. Breaking every rule of war. In the wake of his stunning debut, Ethan Blackwell's tactics began to alter the very fabric of modern combat. Traditional military doctrines crumbled in the face of his unprecedented capabilities. Commanders across the globe found themselves revising strategies and rethinking alliances as word spread of a man who could vanish from one location and reappear in another with effortless grace. His very existence challenged the assumptions of modern warfare, forcing enemies to reckon with the unpredictable. On a cold, dark night over a desolate alien landscape, Ethan embarked on a covert mission that would further illustrate his ability to dismantle enemy strongholds without ever following the expected rules. Under the cloak of darkness, he infiltrated a heavily fortified outpost. Using his quantum-enhanced vision, he detected minute changes in the gravitational field that betrayed the presence of hidden sensors and traps. One by one, he neutralized them with precise bursts of kinetic energy that sent shock waves rippling through the enemy's defenses. Yet, amid the adrenaline of his relentless assault, Ethan couldn't shake the feeling that he was slowly drifting away from the core of his humanity. With each rule he broke, the memories of the man he once was, the man who felt empathy, fear, and love, faded into the background. In a rare moment of vulnerability, he recorded a private message to Dr. Sinclair, confessing, "I've become something they never imagined, but in the process, I wonder if I'm losing the very essence that made me human." This internal conflict would haunt him as he continued to redefine the battlefield, leaving a trail of chaos and inspiration in his wake. The cost of defiance as battles raged on multiple fronts. The true cost of Ethan Blackwell's godlike abilities became starkly apparent. His relentless power, once hailed as humanity's salvation, began to exact a heavy toll on both the physical and emotional landscapes of war. During an all-out assault on an alien stronghold, a sprawling, desolate fortress on a ravaged planet, the collateral damage was overwhelming. Entire communities, caught in the crossfire of his unstoppable might, were obliterated in moments, leaving behind a haunting silence and a trail of sorrow. The aftermath of that battle plunged Ethan into a deep, personal crisis. Wandering through the wreckage of what once was a thriving colony, he found remnants of life, a shattered toy here, a faded family portrait there, that told a tale of hope now extinguished. The weight of his actions pressed upon him like 1,000 suns. In the solitude of the alien twilight, he confronted the painful reality that breaking every rule of war meant not only defying nature, but also eroding the moral boundaries that once defined him. In a heart-wrenching confrontation with a group of desperate survivors, Ethan was forced to acknowledge the profound cost of his defiance. "I did this to protect our future," he pleaded, voice trembling as much with regret as with determination. "But I never intended for innocent lives to suffer." The survivor's eyes, filled with equal parts gratitude and sorrow, reminded him that the path of unbridled power was fraught with irreversible consequences. Every explosive burst, every gravitational manipulation had a ripple effect, a chain reaction that blurred the lines between heroism and tragedy. The legacy of the unbound. In the final climactic battle, the fate of Earth and its allies hung in the balance. The alien armada, relentless and seemingly inexhaustible, converged upon humanity's last bastion of hope, a sprawling orbital station that served as both a defensive fortress and a symbol of human resilience. In the midst of this titanic conflict, Ethan Blackwell knew that the ultimate act of defiance was inevitable. With a steely resolve born of countless trials, Ethan orchestrated a maneuver that would etch his name into the annals of history. Drawing upon every iota of his augmented power, he channeled energy, and manipulated gravitational fields on a scale previously deemed impossible. In one awe-inspiring moment, entire enemy fleets were torn apart, their formations dissolving like wisps of smoke in a cosmic tempest. The station's defenders watched in both wonder and horror as the tide of battle turned in humanity's favor. But victory came at a staggering price. The tremendous strain on his body left Ethan weakened, every fiber of his being aching under the weight of his own power. As the battlefield fell silent and a tentative peace began to settle over the cosmos, Ethan found himself alone amidst the ruins of war. In his final moments, he recorded a farewell message, a raw, honest confession of the burden he carried. "I broke every rule in the name of protection," he whispered, his voice echoing across the empty void. "But know this, the price of freedom is eternal vigilance, and the cost of defiance is paid in the currency of our humanity." Ethan Blackwell's sacrifice became a beacon for future generations, a symbol of the eternal struggle between technological transcendence and the preservation of the human soul. Statues and holographic memorials were erected in his honor, not as mere monuments to a weapon, but as reminders of a man who dared to challenge the impossible. His legacy, forever intertwined with the fate of worlds, served as both an inspiration and a cautionary tale, a reminder that while breaking every rule can yield miracles, it can also lead us perilously close to losing ourselves in the process. This is the saga of a man who transcended the boundaries of physics and defied every rule of war. Ethan Blackwell's journey, fraught with triumph, regret, and a relentless pursuit of a higher purpose, remains a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. In every shattered barrier and every act of defiance, his story urges us to question, how far can we push the limits before we lose the essence of who we are?